Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Sandri Senjaya. I'm a student of English Education Department, Faculty of Educational Science from State Islamic University Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. And today, I'm going to review a textbook, the book titled Language Curriculum Design by Paul Nation and John Macalister. The book was published by Routledge, Madison, in New York in 2010. The book has 223 pages on it, and it's actually a reference book. Okay, let's begin. In the beginning, from the chapter 1, in this chapter, the writer provides an overview of the chapter 2 to 8, which are the main point of the steps in the curriculum design process. There are some parts in this chapter, such as considering the environment, discovering needs, following principles, goals, content, and sequencing, finding a format and presenting material, monitoring and assisting, and also evaluating course. Curriculum design can be seen as the kind of writing skill or writing activity as such it can usually be studied as a process. And then next for the chapter 2, the environment analysis. This chapter provides the environment analysis. Environment analysis involves looking at the factors that will have a strong effect on decision about the goals of the course, what to include in the course, and how to teach and assess it. This factor can arise from the learners, the teachers, and the teaching and the learning situation. Environment analysis is also called situation analysis or constraints analysis. Let's move to the next chapter. On the chapter 3, needs analysis. This chapter provides how to analyze the need of the students in learn. The aim of this part of the curriculum design process is to discover what needs to be learned and what the learners want to learn. Needs analysis is directly mainly at the goal of the content of the course. It examines what the learners know already and what they need to know. Need analysis makes sure that the course will contain relevant and useful things to learn. The next chapter, chapter 4, there is principles. In this chapter, provide the part of the curriculum design is to decide how learning to be encouraged. There are some part of this chapter. There are methods and principles, and 20 principles. The next is chapter 5. In the chapter 5 is aiming to give information about the part of the curriculum design process. Is to make the list of the items to teach in the order in which they will be taught. Content and sequencing must take account of the environment in which the course will be used, the needs of the learner, and the principle of teaching and learning. This chapter also presents information about some factors to consider in teaching and learning. The next chapter is chapter 6, format and presentation. The part of this book is provide the part of the curriculum design process is to choose the teaching and learning techniques and design the lesson plans. Format and presentation part of the curriculum design process that the data gathered from needs and environment analysis and the principles chosen to maximize learning come together in activities that involve the learner. Format and presentation must take account of the environment in which the course will be used, the needs of the learner, and the principles of teaching and learning. Next chapter 7, monitoring and assessment. The aims of this part of the curriculum design process is to decide what to test and how to test it. Monitoring and assessment can have both informational, informational and affective goals. And then next for the chapter 8, evaluation. The aim of this part of the curriculum design process is to decide how to check if the course is successful and where it needs to be improved. And then next to the chapter 9, the approaches to curriculum design. This chapter is about approaches to curriculum design. This is about starting a point for curriculum designs and way of covering the steps. And the next chapter 10, negotiated syllabus. This chapter will give you information about how to give learners a say in the design and running of a course. A negotiated syllabus involves the teacher and the learners working together to make decisions at many of the parts of the curriculum design process. And then for the next chapter 11, adopting, adapting, and existing course book. In this chapter, we can look at the relationship between the teacher and existing course book. This chapter aims to help teachers clarify the roles that the course book and the learners play in the curriculum design process, and aim to provide teachers with rational approach to follow when deciding to adapt of a course book. And then next for the chapter 12, introducing a change. The aim of this part of the curriculum design process is to get teachers and learners to accept a new course or change to an existing course. Curriculum design is concerned with the creation of language course and course materials, but it is also concerned with the selection of the text and the other materials of course, and with adapting and adding to existing course. Next for the chapter 13, the planning and in-service course. In-service course involve teacher development after initial teacher training and after the teacher had some teaching experience, of course. This chapter provides about features of an effective workshop, include goals, content, and presentation. And the last chapter of chapter 14, teaching and curriculum design. After all this chapter through this book, this chapter should be able to help the teachers and learners to get the best out of the course. This chapter also about environment analysis, need analysis, principle, goals, content, and sequencing, format and presentation, monitoring and assessment, evaluation, and also curriculum design and learner autonomy, all about the other stuff that the other aspect that I've been talking from the previous chapter are included in this chapter 14. That was the last chapter from the book. Okay, let's talk about who is the book best for. I think this book is perfect for teachers who are exploring or looking for a reference in designing curriculum, which can be also a reference in studying classroom conditions to be able to make better design. But this book is also very helpful for students who study in educational area in order to better understand the process of making curriculum design and make reference to the original condition in classroom learning activities. from the rate of 10, I will give an 8 out of the 10 because I think this book provides a clear explanation related to the making love learning activities, and from the curriculum, there are also details on how the learning plan that we make can cover all aspects that are very influential on the success of the designs that we make. The best feature of this book was, in my opinion, is how the author can develop and explain in the detail about situation analysis or constraints analysis in analyzing the environment, because this is really what we needed by all the teacher in every world, in anywhere, where every condition in the classroom will not meet the expectation, and also will be different with our actual design. The advantage of this book is how the writers can convey in a series the main point step by step in the curriculum design process without losing any aspect. For the advantage from this book, it is actually we cannot see any comparison about what actually happened in the situation of Indonesian education, because as we know that every country has their own situation of how the education works and how the classroom in each country has become. And in this book there are no example or fact that what is actually happened in Indonesian situation, especially in educational system and the classroom activity. Maybe it's all from me about the language education, language curriculum design, the reference book. Thank you for listening and thank you for attention, and also thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.